Alright guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993. Happy Friday, and we are now on day 26 of the WWE 30-day challenge. Probably gonna be finishing this up probably beginning next week. I've had a lot of fun with it. It's picked up a little bit, I'd say, in comments and whatnot and fan participation recently. So I hope it keeps going to. And even after it's done, maybe fans will still want to play along with it anytime. So as always, feel free to play along with this 30-day challenge, whether it's just by commenting down in the comment section or even a video response of your own on your own channel. So let's get into day 26. And today's question is your favorite Wrestlemania. Now, no doubt about it to me. Last fall, I went back and I watched all 33 WrestleManias, and it was a fun experience. The best ones I could say, WrestleMania 3, WrestleMania 10, WrestleManias 12 and 14 were also pretty. I thought those were some of the more underrated WrestleManias. WrestleMania 17 by far is the greatest. 18 wasn't too bad either. 19 was pretty good, and 20 wasn't too bad either. 21 was really good. 22 was good too. I feel like 22 is another one that gets underrated pretty much. 23 wasn't too bad. 24 was pretty good. 25 and 26 had their good moments, but they could have been better. 27, I wasn't a big fan of it. I want it all. 28, I like that. 29 was the first ever WrestleMania I ever watched. Of course, that one was just average. 30 was awesome. 31 was great. 32, meh, and 33. 33 was pretty good. 33 was like a B show to me, but there were a lot of good ones. But of course, can I continue on what we talked about yesterday? I gotta go with my favorite WrestleMania, personally. My favorite one that I had the most fun watching, WrestleMania 30. Yes-Lemania. In the same location as WrestleMania 34 will be this year at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, not the Silver Dome, as Hulk Hogan made a mistake at WrestleMania 30. But man, that was a fun WrestleMania. And to think about it too, that could have been a complete opposite. That could have been a terrible WrestleMania, because the original card was supposed to have Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus, Triple H, and CM Punk, which could have been a bad match, but it would not have done anything for Punk in the long run, because he was tired of not being in the main event. Supposed to have just Batista and Randy Orton, but instead, it turned into Daniel Bryan finally overcoming all the odds, the Authority. What else do we had on the show besides Daniel Bryan? I already talked about him enough. We had the Shield pretty much squashing Kane and Nojala, because yes, it was a squash match, but still it served its purpose, because of what else did you want to really see the Shield do at the time? They were just destroying everybody. They were besides Daniel Bryan, the next hottest thing going at the time. The first ever honor to Giant Memorial Battle Royal, probably the best one I'd say we've had, with Cesaro winning it. I will not forget my reaction. I thought it was a great way to go with it. Unfortunately, didn't do much of them afterwards, but that was still awesome to see. Despite the fact that it did lead to a downfall for his career, John Cena and Bray Wyatt put on a really, really good match. One of Bray Wyatt's best matches, I gotta say. Either that or the one at the Royal Rumble in 2014 between him and Daniel Bryan, I'd say, for Bray Wyatt. What else we had? Well, we had the end of the streak. The streak is over. Terrible call by Michael Cole. Should have been a better call than that. But the Undertaker lost to Brock Lesnar in a match that was not really the greatest, but I just remember, I guess the impact that match had. We were all silent back at my friend's house. I just remember, when a 3 count out, I'm like, no, he kicked out, right? Again, I'd only been watching for a year, but I'd already, been that into it. Even an early stage fan like me felt the effects of that moment. I'm like, oh, what? I couldn't believe it. It was somewhat sad. Taker's didn't really look good that night at all. He's been able to put on a couple good matches since. But yeah, what else we had? We had the Vicky Guerrero Divas Invitational, whatever the heck it was called. And of course, the main event again. We had the match with Daniel Bryan, of course, that before, him and Triple H. Either that or Owen versus Brad WrestleMania 10 is, to me, the best opening match in WrestleMania history. And of course, the main event, the triple threat for the title. Again, just all the odds against Daniel Bryan. This was an exciting show to watch. I've been waiting for months to have Daniel Bryan finally overcome all those odds, and it happened. But even all the other stuff around it, again, it's probably at least top 5, top 10 of all time, but that's my personal favorite WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania 30. So guys, What is your favorite WrestleMania of all time? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below, either by comment or by video response. And as always, be sure to click my like and subscribe for content coming to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93. Please also check out, my recent match card uploads for Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, NXT TakeOver, New Orleans, which is doing pretty good on views. I'm pretty glad because my match cards have been doing good on views lately, and then my WrestleMania 34 printed card and my Red WrestleMania series as always. And also, since I mentioned it before, if you haven't yet, if you want to, go back and check out my retro WrestleMania review series as well, as I will of course continue that with WrestleMania 34 this later on in 51 days actually are for WrestleMania 34. So guys, thank you guys again for tuning in, and as always, I am checking out, and I will see you guys later. Till then, have a great day, everybody.